Hey everybody, I just realized I haven't done an after on all my great fencing. So this is back here in the pasture next to the barn. That's the normal horse fence and a paddock to keep the full-size horses in so they have access to the barn. This is 6-foot chain link. I have a horse that if he can reach over the fence, he pushes the fence down and steps over it, and has pretty much one of the reasons why I had to get new fencing. So he has not been in this back area yet. I still have to clean out the trees and fix the fencing on the far side with all the fencing that we took down. We're going to basically make that taller over there. So this is the 6-foot chain link, and that will basically be Duke and Taco's paddock once we finish it, which will be next spring. But it was worth getting the taller fence to keep him in. As it is right now, he still gets next door onto the neighbor's property every day. So I've got to do some more work on the other side. Back here, we just put new fencing up on our side of the old fence instead of trying to tear down the old fence, and it butts up against the chain link. And they did a really good job. So there's about, I don't know, 8 inches to a foot between us and the old fence. Some of it was in okay shape, some of it wasn't, and I wanted everything to be nice. So we did lose a little bit of fence for the pasture, but we're going to keep the old fence up just for a deterrent, and that's actually the property line. So but the new fence goes all the way along the back to this point right here. Now I did not do this section right here because there's so many trees. That fence is good. We'll eventually trim the trees, but that's still good. We didn't have time. We got behind and wasn't able to keep up. So this fence is unfortunately 2 feet on the other side of the old fence. That old fence will stay. That's the property line. We're not going to lose our property line. But the new fence is a good 2 feet on the old side of the fence. We needed an extra day to stay ahead of them. And since we got behind, this is what happened. From this point forward, we are just about 6 inches on this side of the property line, all the way down here, because and that's just on this end. On the other end, we're exactly where it needed to be, partially because this is how it made a straight line, and 2, we were able to take down the old fence. So we're doing really good on this side. This fence over here will eventually come down, this raggedy fence. And then as you see, we have the paddocks over here. But you can see this way, all the new fencing all along that edge. I have all my paddocks. We're low on hay. Got hay coming in soon. So yes, the round bales look kind of sad and pitiful, but we have 1, 2, 3, 5 paddocks along this row. One big one, well, 2 bigger ones. This is the biggest one, and then 3 smaller ones, and then a paddock in the far corner over there. for the ponies. And then we have back to the barn field fence over here where the big horses are. They all have gates leading into this paddock, which will be reseeded where the grazing will be. And also we drive the truck with the flatbed in, and that way we can back up to each of these pens and unload hay. This is our run through. I've got to get gravel delivered for it. And right now, this is not the fencing company's fault, but I have a little pallet for a short piece of fence right now because I wasn't able to get this gate up in time and I didn't measure ahead of time. But we're gonna sink a post there and put a small piece of fence over to the corner when we take down this old fence right here. So that's not the fencing company's issue, it's mine. I didn't think when I was measuring. I told them to put the post there. So we still have things to do, and you know, over there we have more fencing to do, but it was going to be projects that we were going to do on our own and not have the fencing company do, because this is quite pricey. Worth every penny, but quite pricey. I had the fence, the old fence was right there, and the new fence is here. It's about 15 feet off. So I've gained 15 foot in my backyard. That's eventually got to come down. So I've got chain link in the backyard now with gates, so I can actually turn horses out in the backyard if I choose to. And very, very, very happy. Premier Fence in Middle Tennessee, worth every penny. They don't charge you to jackhammer through rocks. That was not extra, and they actually had to jackhammer through rocks about 10 holes. So it doesn't cost any extra for that. Well worth every penny. Well, have a great day. Thanks.